The Federal Reserve has been in President Donald Trump's crosshairs, facing challenges to its independence and economic uncertainties stoked by tariffs and trade policy. Today, the central bank announced its latest decision on interest rates. KFYR is in Washington with a look at what it all means for consumers.
The Federal Reserve on Wednesday cutting interest rates for the first time in 2025.
In light of the shift in the balance of risks, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by a 1/4 percentage point.
The move comes as the Fed continues to assess the impact of President Donald Trump's tariffs on inflation, which has begun to tick up, and as the labor market shows multiple warning signs.
We've seen hiring slow. Teen unemployment is skyrocketing. Black unemployment skyrocketing. The Fed is concerned about the job market much more than they are concerned about the inflation side of their mandate.
And as credit scores fall at the fastest pace since the Great Recession, the national average FICO score dropped by 2 points this year, according to data released by the analytics company Tuesday, the most since 2009.
Inflation is sticking around. Interest rates are still really high, even with these cuts from the Fed. So it's just a really tough time for an awful lot of people.
Matt Schultz, chief consumer finance analyst for personal finance website LendingTree, says consumers can take their own steps to help reduce their debt burden rather than wait for the Fed.
There are things that you can do with interest rates that will have a bigger impact than anything that the Fed will do.
Schultz says that includes shopping around for a mortgage or auto loan, or making a balance transfer to a 0% interest credit card, or getting a debt consolidation loan to lower interest payments each month. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
In other national headlines, we send it over to Alan Miller.
Well, Monica, President Trump began an unprecedented second visit by an American president to the UK today. He was greeted by the Prince and Princess of Wales before heading to Windsor Castle to meet with King Charles. The president's visit with the royals comes as the countries work on trade deals and look for ways to end wars in Gaza and Ukraine that appear to be ramping up despite the president's peace efforts. Russian dissident Alexei Navalny's widow says lab tests prove he was poisoned in prison. She said on X that she was able to obtain samples of Navalny's biological material and had it tested by 2 independent labs in separate countries, which reached the same conclusion, that he died by poisoning. President Trump announced on social media Republicans will stage a midterm convention next year. The president said the convention will show the great things we have done since the presidential election of 2024. The Post did not say when the convention will take place or where. Democrats are reportedly also considering a midterm convention. Both parties traditionally hold conventions every 4 years to nominate a presidential candidate. And one of the stories we're working on for First News at 6, even with good yields, soybean farmers are hurting because of a lack of buyers. Back to you, Monica.